not only serve the community, but also have wonderful events like this. So I want to thank Uber and Prim, who's traveling, and you can clap for them. Carol Lincoln, Williams, Ted Fando, Waldo. Was here earlier. We want to thank him. We want to thank United Airlines. We want to thank UPS. Drew, where are you? Because of the work of the 100 and the legacy left by our wonderful and amazing founders. You see some of our presidents and founders around the room. Because of them, because of their sacrifices, because of their forethought, we are here today. Because of men like Charlie Rangel, who was back in the early days. We wouldn't be where we are as a people in this country without members like Charlie Rangel and the rest of the gang of four, who were all at one time or another board members of the 100. And of course, we were saddened by the loss of one of our key founders, David Dinkins, mayor, 106th mayor of New York City. And we're going to take just a quick moment of silence, but we haven't been together in this kind of event. Thank you. Organizations, especially nonprofit organizations, only do as well as the board of directors. And we have a stellar board of directors. And I'd like to ask our board of directors and our president, Aldrin Ennis, to please stand and be recognized at this time. So thank you very much, and please have a seat. Nothing happened to the 100 without this magnificent board and its leadership. It's first and second Vice President Ron Brown and Jermaine Hewell's third Vice President Terrence Byerson, and all of the board of directors. So all of the officers and board of directors. So we're here for a couple of reasons. One, we want to spread some good holiday cheer. And we want to thank the staff for the poinsettias and the wreaths and all of this. Dina carried all these wreaths and stuff in her car today. Your Christmas cards that are on your table, Dina made those for you. She has a couple of special things that will be happening throughout the day. But now, the main event is always the welcoming and pinning of our new members. So without further ado, I would like to welcome the class of 2021.
Faithful and all-wise God, thank you for your goodness towards us. Thank you that you have preserved our lives for nearly 2 years of this global pandemic, and we find ourselves in this space able to celebrate. Thank you because there are so many who are not present, but we thank you for their contribution to this work, to the advancement of the causes of justice and humanity. And we thank you for those giants who are among us on this evening. I pray that that spirit is caught by these new inductees and indeed by all of us in this room, that we will forge through this night season towards a dawning, towards a better society. Thank you for breathing on us and giving us this moment. As we go forward to celebrate this night, we remember who made it all possible. We give all praise and thanks to thee, Jesus Christ, our Lord. It is in your matchless name that we give thanks and ask all of these blessings. The people said together with glad voice, amen. 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 Amen.
Scott, and the pastor of Union Baptist Church, and he's not just a member, and Union's not just a church, they're a partner with the 100, and we thank you for the work you do throughout the years supporting our Haitian relief, as well as with our clothes drives and food drives and other things. So we thank you and appreciate you and your congregation. New members, please be seated. I'd like to now, ask everyone to stand and ask Dante Harrell from the Harlem Opera Theater to come and render our Black national anthem.
Lift every voice and sing, that earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Let we have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand true to our God, true to our native land.
Thank you. Please be seated. And on your tables, we have a flyer from the Harlem Opera Theater. They actually sponsored our singer today, and we want to thank them, Carol Brown and Greg Hopkins, and they're producing the show, Shuffle Along, which is going to be shown on video. Shuffle Along is actually the first Broadway play that used a libretto. So there's history in that show written by Cecil and Blake. So please, when you get that information, please support, and feel free to grab the flyer on your table if you're interested. We do have some more. So thank you, Dante, and thank you to the Harlem Opera Theater. 100 Black Men of New York began in 1963. A group of like-minded men got together over a situation where they needed to support a man named Bob Mangum, who had found himself on the wrong side of treatment because of something he did working for the police department. He avoided the arrest of a Black socialite, Hazel Sharper, and after he did that, as the highest ranking Black official in the police department, he received some pushback. And men got together and said, we need to support that brother. And then they realized that there were many people like him who were just not getting the support, many people like themselves. And they banded together and formed an organization called the 100 Men. And once they got formed and they started moving, these are men like, of course, Bob Mangum, David Dinkins, Bruce Llewellyn, who we'll hear more about later, Roscoe Brown, and others. Once they got going, David Dinkins in 1963 said, you know, we're not just men, we're black men. We're proud black men. We should call this organization not 100 Men, but 100 Black Men. And they changed the name of the organization to 100 Black Men, and that's what we've been ever since. And we'll continue with our legacy. And we're proud and pleased that with the help of every member, every board member behind our leadership, we were able to give out 23 college scholarships to send young people around the country to improve their education, feed thousands during the COVID-19 pandemic, give out 1.9 million in small business grants, and we're now serving 300, working our way up to 500 mentees in this year alone. So we're very proud of our legacy. So we're thankful today for everyone who has supported us. Nothing happens without great leadership. And the 100 Black Men has had great leaders throughout its history. These are the men you see who have served as presidents who are around the room. And today, we're joined by the 11th president, Brother Aldrin K. Ennis. The president, please come to the podium and please give him a warm round of applause.
Good evening. Everyone has to look at better than that. Good evening.
Good evening.
Right. I want to first start off by acknowledging a few of our distinguished guests. Guests who took the time out to be with us on this auspicious evening. Include the Honorable Charlie Rango. Guys on behalf of this great organization, 100 Black Men. Thank you so much for the service that you provided, not only to the great city, the great village of Harlem. Your leadership transcended borders of New York, globally. So thank you very much for your service, Charlie Rango. Assembly Member Inez Dickens. Clap it up. So much for your leadership and valuable resources to this organization by way of your close connection with my predecessor, past President Michael Garner. So thank you so much for all that you continue to do, not only for this great village of Harlem, for the work that you do. So thank you. Thank you. Speak up. Okay. Sorry about that. So today is December the 9th. It is a great day, right? So earlier this morning, for those of you who were physically in Brooklyn, New York, you were able to witness our dear brother, David Banks. It was announced and he accepted being school chancellor for this great city of New York. Clap it up, please. So throughout this speech this morning, I saw the two of them, Mayor-elect Adams and Chancellor Banks, basically battle the microphone as far as who can speak the best. And for me, what resonated the most was them talking about a new day and also community. So for us, it is a new day for our new members. as they embark on this lifelong mission of being members of 100 Black Men, being embraced in this unique bond that we have, embraced in our community. So with that new administration, I look at these new men as a new administration to this organization. And what do I mean by that? These are our future leaders, right? Just as we are about to embark on future leaders of this great city, these men here are going to be our future leaders of this great organization. They're going to provide insight. They're going to change the way that we do business, the way that we see things. You will see it in a different light. So as the founders created this chapter, they only imagined one chapter. Fast forward, we now have about 110 chapters throughout the United States and abroad. That's a vision. So with this new crop of men who are coming into this organization, we come in with a new vision. So certain things that we did in the past, you will do it differently, and you will do it grandly. So thank you for that. So I want to, today is Founders Day and our beginning ceremony. Right, so we'll talk about how great these men are later on, and that'll be presented by Jermaine Hewitt, our second vice president. But our founders, right? These were great men with great vision. And one of them comes to mind for today, and that's J. Bruce Llewellyn. I can't do his bio any justice, so I will not try. I will leave that to our next speaker. But suffice it to say that he was the son of immigrant parents. He was a scholar with 4 degrees and a recipient of more than 10 honorary degrees. An entrepreneur and a captain of industry. A renowned lawyer, a husband, and a father. Here to celebrate the life and legacy is his widow, Ms. Shahara Ahmad Llewellyn.
A little bit louder. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
This is not quite fair. No one informed me that I was going to say anything except good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So to be put on the spot to talk about Bruce is a really big job. And I did not prepare to do that, except I can say a few things. Number one, Bruce was a pretty tall, 6'6" guy. That's number one. Number two, he was as big as in spirit and accomplishments as he was in height. But there are some things that are very little known about Bruce. Bruce spent a tremendous amount of his time mentoring people. And I would say, without exaggerating, that he had at least 500 mentorees at any given time, all over the country, that nobody knew about. They just knew him in his public persona. He also was a great investor in very small startup companies. Nobody knew about that either. He was a believer in people. He was a believer in accomplishment. He was a believer in the spirit of getting things done. He wasn't always an easy guy to like, as Charlie knows. But that didn't stop him from getting things done and from helping other people to get things done. So what I have to say about Bruce is he was a pretty terrific guy. He was smart, he was funny, he was aggressive, but he was always trying to make things happen. For 100 Black Men, this right here is something that I was intimately involved putting together. And there were a few guys that were arguing back and forth. Well, what should it be? What should it be? This, should it be that? Finally, Bruce said, here, Shahara, go find somebody to make us a poster, a thing that we can put in the back of us. We hold press conferences that make it look like we're a real organization. So I went and found somebody to do it. And I came back and gave it to the guys and we wanted to argue a little bit more, which they did. But he came into the room and said, okay, we have to finalize this. We're going to have a big meeting next week. And they got together and they did finalize it. And that's the result of what they came up with. And it has stood the test of time. Congratulate all of you for standing the test of time.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ahmad Llewellyn, for giving us just a glimpse of Bruce, who we acknowledge as a founder, but to you, he is your beloved. And thank you to all those who are here today who loaned their significant others to us, to 100 Black Men. It does not go unnoticed the sacrifice that you've made for your beloveds to be a part of this organization of men who want nothing more than to uplift their community and do what is righteous. So thank you. So I actually started off my comments with this morning and David Banks, our brother who became school chancellor today. He was the founding principal of the Eagle Academy for Young Men, a network of schools that was created 17 years ago with the flagship school in the Bronx, New York. The 100 Black Men are the founders of that school. And if you look at their insignia, you will notice that they include the open doors. And on our lapel pins, and you'll see, and I'll step and repeat, are open doors. So there is an intimate relationship between the two, 100 Black Men and Eagle Academy for Young Men. So from the inception of that first school, we now have 6. 5 in New York City and 1 in Newark, New Jersey. So with this holiday season upon us and knowing that we are coming from a pandemic, I saw it fit for this organization to not only acknowledge Eagle Academy, but to provide them with a token of our love for them. It is a very, very small token, but nonetheless, it is one. I would like to bring up Donald Ruff with the Eagle Academy. Donald, you can come up. And the 100 would like to present the Eagle Academy with, like I said, a small token of 10,000. I don't know if you want to say a few words. And if our vice presidents can actually come up and we'll take a vote.
anyone that do not know, Donald happened to be my nephew.
Listen, on behalf, wow, it's been an incredible day, everyone. Incredible day. On behalf of David Banks, President and CEO, Eagle Academy Foundation, and new Chancellor of New York Public Schools. On behalf of all of our young men and families, I would like to thank the 100 Black men for, it's not a small token, it's a big token. This will definitely make a difference in the lives of some of our families who are living in transitional housing, some of our families who are struggling, right, in order to purchase food for their families. The holiday season is not always happy for everyone. So this big token, right, will go a very long way. So I would like to thank the 100 Black men. Thank you, Aldrin, and happy holidays, everyone. Thank you.
I would be remiss if I did not mention David's father, who is a prior past president of 100 Black Men, and that is Philip Banks Jr. Philip Banks.
Thank you, brothers, for that rounding applause. Thank you very much, brothers. Thank you very much. This organization for over 20 years, and I served as president for 6 years. Today has been a very happy day for me, and I get a lot of congratulations because of my son and my sons. I got three sons, and they all seem to be doing very well. I'm not only happy that David is the chancellor, but I'm happy for the children of the city of New York.
Amen.
I've prepared for this particular position for a number of years now. You know, he said we've had conversations in the past, and he had indicated in the past he wasn't particularly looking to be chancellor of New York. You know, and but when he got Eric Adams became the mayor, looking like he was going to be the mayor, he said that's a person that he can work with because they're both on the same page. Eric said today that he had been interviewing David for the last 8 years. So he knows that he got the right person for that job, you know, and I feel the same way about that. You know, David has been prepared for this particular position in this particular organization. He always thought it was a natural fit for the Eagle Academy, which of course the chapter, our chapter, founded. But the closeness of it is going to be even closer. And we're looking forward to David serving as a chancellor and working with the 100 and working with the children in New York City.
Amen.
So over the past couple of administrations, it has been customary to acknowledge a few of the brothers of this organization. And through this pandemic, there have been three brothers of this organization who have really stepped up. But they didn't do it by themselves, right? So it's the work that we do, it's the work of the collective. It's not the work of individuals. So I will often tell folks that, you know, when one of us rise, we all rise as a collective, right? So even though I am recognizing these three members, that does not diminish the value of any member of this organization, because what I saw through this pandemic was everyone stepping up. And they stepped up to a point that I've never seen. And I've been a member of this organization. It'll be 20 years for me in April of next year. The level of commitment that I saw from these men was unparalleled. So what do I mean by that, right? So we often talk about, and in particular our Black organizations, where 20% of the members do 80% of the work, right? And this organization is no different from any other organization. But that changed, right? So in 2020, 2021, that changed, where people were dealing with so many issues. Our members rose up, right? They rolled up their sleeves, they went into the communities, they gave out food, PPE. They did something that we prayed for each other. And it was something very, very special. So, these three members. Right, so, like I said, during the pandemic, we really changed that position. No doubt, I got us. So, with all of the grief and strife, we found solace in each other's arms. So, these three members, Christopher Bennett, Ryan Jones, no other member in this organization, and Alan Leroy. So what they did was they helped galvanize the members of this organization. So where, we went from being in a physical environment to going virtual. They kept us on task with our two major fundraisers, our golf outing and our gala. They revolutionized the way that we communicate in the social media world by upgrading our website, our virtual gala and conference. These three men rose to that occasion, and they were new members. So that's why, I saw it fitting to recognize them, because they got old members to do things that they felt that they could not do. So thank you very much for your continued service, for getting us to that higher mark of more than 20% doing 80% of the work. So I thank you, I applaud you for the services that you've done in the community, and applaud you for that. Thank you very much.
Vice Presidents, quickly for this photo.
Oh, can I change that? Rob, go in the middle.
Yeah.
Rob, go in the middle. Yes. Yes, it's no trophy. Trust me. Okay, there you go.
We've acknowledged those 20 members. I want to bring up this next young gentleman. I've gotten the opportunity to know him for a couple of years now. I'm still holding young, so I'm still old. Oh, you always be old. But to God be the glory. So he serves as our second vice president, but also chair of the membership committee. And he, along with his committee, have been instrumental in galvanizing these men that you see before you. So please give a warm round of applause to our second vice president, chair of the membership committee, Jermaine Hewitt.
Proud we have here today. So the membership committee starts off with 0 candidates every year. We're tasked with finding the best and the brightest Black men to bring into our organization. These 24 men right here are the best and the brightest people of our human have to offer.
Closer to the mic, closer to the mic.
Is that better?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have to offer. Don't they look awesome, by the way? I want to acknowledge the membership committee for your perseverance, your dedication, for holding the values of this organization. Individuals like Mr. Welling, David Dinkins, and the Honorable Charlie Rangel help provide and stack here in this organization. Class of 2021, this is your night, but tonight, this becomes your organization. I have 2 things that I'll just share with you that I've learned along my way that might help you on your path. 1, you are unequivocally each other's brother's keepers. So everyone in this class today, please get to know them, please get to network with them, and make sure they become your brother. There are systems that are put in place to make sure that we are crushed, we do not win. And it's up to us to make sure that we work in lockstep and together to make sure that we destroy those stereotypes. Second thing I have to share with you is be unapologetically Black.
Mm-hmm.
The founders of this organization could have named this anything. They could have named it the 100 Brown Men. They could have named it Boys to Men. They decided to make it 100 Black men for a reason. Black is powerful. Black has resolve. And Black is beautiful.
Amen.
We are the most copied individuals on the planet. So wherever you go, remember that you represent the 100 Black men in everything you do. Kings, I want to happily invite you into my brotherhood. And I'm going to bring Rudy Coons. He's been in this organization 28 years. He's going to share his best practices as well.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. First, I'd like to honor Charlie Rangel, pioneer for this organization, but for so many other things that he's done over the years. Thank you, Charlie Rangel. What you've done for Harlem, we should name you the Queen of Harlem. Okay, Inez Dixon. I gotta mention, she's not here, but our Honorable Hazel Dukes. Let's give it up for Hazel. With that said, they said a couple of words today, commitment. Growing up, you learn a lot of things. You don't learn commitment. Winners never quit. And quitters never win. What I've learned over the years, when you commit to something, you be about something. We've had Don King in this organization, Damian Dash in this organization. A lot of brothers I've seen in the 28 years, reputable, doing very well. They committed, and then they didn't commit. They're no longer here. I've been here 28 years. I've seen this organization go through a lot. This organization goes through a lot. And guess what? Black organizations go through a hell of a lot. Okay, but with that said, commitment is the most important thing that I can tell you, gentlemen. You committed to get into this organization, you stay with this organization. You don't walk away. You're a commitment. The next thing I can say to you, and everybody knows me, your word is your bond. You give it, you keep it. You made a bad agreement, you made that word, you stick with that bad agreement that you made with your word. That's the bottom line, because your word is your bond. Everybody knows me. My word is my bond. What I say, I stick to. If I'm committed to it, you already know. And that's what we need in this organization, young men that's committed to this organization, period. If you're not committed, then don't get pinned tonight. We don't need you. We need Black men to step up, because the pipeline to prison is committed to sending us to prison. I'm not trying to go there, and nobody else should be trying to go there. So with that said, my brothers, be committed to this organization. I'll do whatever I can as a veteran member of this organization to help you through. I'm not going to do a whole lot. I done did a hell of a lot. Just like some of the other veterans. Matter of fact, how many veterans, how many brothers have been in this organization 20 years? Please stand. Stand, please. Woo. 20 years. That's saying a lot for those brothers that just stood. How about 30? we got brothers that's 30. That's good. That's good. But you get what I'm saying? That's it.
Anybody got 50 in here?
Here's a brother coming up who we all respect. I've been waiting for this. Reach the point that I've lived long enough, I can say any darn thing I want to say. And with the exception of Mrs. Llewellyn, I don't think anybody's been around long enough to challenge. But I wish you guys be seated, because I intend to be brief to tell you just how utterly proud I am of what you have accomplished. But more importantly, in the winter of my wonderful life, when I foresee the opportunities that you will accomplish. One of the members discussed how Dickens came up with the argument of supporting Black. I remember when Percy Sutton was in Albany, all the hell he had with establishing the Assembly Black Caucus. When I went to Congress, they damn near were talking about having the Colored Caucus. We have been through a lot. Not only in the United States, but in the world, where we have been allowed to believe that because we were not in charge, that they possessed our mind, our standards, and everything that was worthy. Before us, Percy Sutton, Adam Clayton Powell, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, were only trying to say, don't you allow them to believe that because of your color, you're inferior. When I heard some of the things that were said about the Eagle Academy, I was thinking that for the last several days,
I have been thinking how I could make a contribution, but then I remembered that Courtney Bennett, where's Courtney? Courtney, I'm going to bother you as much as you bother me. Courtney's on the case. And Mike should know that you really are responsible for getting my whole self out here tonight. But having said that, it was one of the most important evenings I ever had, because I want you to be able to tell the Academy that when Wrangler was somebody, he had a fund that he raised money for out of speeches. I got about $35,000, $40,000 in that. I've been trying to find some way to leave that as a scholarship fund. And I cannot think of a better way than to have you to get in touch with the Academy, because I can see now why they didn't return my calls, because they were up to something bigger. But I would like to believe that as an old soldier, that Father Lloyd Dickens, and now to see his daughter fill that vacuum that we have today, that she won't be alone, because the 100 Black men is a symbol not of 100 of blackness, but a symbol of a group of people in this country and this world that are shattering the myth that color makes a difference. It should make a difference as to what human beings can accomplish. When I was born 91 years ago, before Athletics Avenue, hustlers, well, I thought that CCNY was Riverside Church, and the number one was my man. And when that was too rough, I joined the Army. But I shut up and I came out with a whole lot of medals and no education. And when they cussed me out for going back to the Garment Center, I had no idea what civil rights, slavery, and all. Hey, nobody went to college. All I wanted to do was survive and make a living. But when I was able to get out of law school, it was during the 60s when Black folks, for the first time, was able to say, I'm Black and I'm proud. Where's the fight? Let's go do it. That's right. And it wasn't the Gang of Four. It wasn't. It was something that happened in this country where people say, I'm sick and tired. I'm not taking it anymore. I'm sick and tired of being tired. So my brothers, besides the commitment that I made, I want you to know, and especially the new members, that you are going through the real reconstruction in this country. Mm-hmm. That all this slavery ended and men being free meant nothing except the South became strong and the white became more racist. Mm-hmm. And you thank Donald Trump for reminding you they are alive, they are well, and they are prepared to take over this country. Yes. But the thing is, this country knows that white folks in this country cannot survive. Yellow Chinese people, brown people, or African people. If you play poker, you know, 52 cards. I'm telling you, the card is not in Caucasianism. And so, for the new people, it's a new world. Things that we thought were courageous will not be nearly what you are going to face. So I know we have a propensity to get on stage, but I just wanted to say, I'm so very, very proud of what you have done. I feel even more exuberant.
With that said, I'll be remiss if I don't say, all our Black queens, please stand. All our Black queens.
Well. Thank you, Congressman. You're always a congressman to me. I actually grew up on the block, down the block from the house of Charlie Owens. When I was a kid, I always looked up to Charlie Reagan. So thank you. Thank you for your mentorship of our community and fellowship with it's nothing fine. Thank you. And we'll be in touch and we'll close the loop to make sure those young men of Eagle get what they deserve for a long time to come. So we are now at the part, I don't know why they gave me the mic, because this is where we need that membership committee to come to the stage. Jermaine Hewell's here. We need Frank Perry, Dave Wilson, Jamel Thompson, if he's here, Tremaine O'Gara, Rudy Coombs come to the stage to be properly acknowledged and to help us pass out our welcome our new members. Is Tracy here? Tracy Belmere? Tracy, come on up. And I just want you to know, we all are in committees, new members. This is the funniest of all committees. Look, and this guy's a judge. Look at him, that sinister grin. And he's the funniest. You already heard Rudy. Listen, more fun than you can imagine. Don't let the suits and ties fool you. So at this point, we are going to be calling our new members and their sponsors to come up and be pinned. So new member, when you're called, you're going to just come right here to the center and a sponsor will get a pin. Sponsors, the pins are over here in the velvet boxes, and you will pin your sponsor. That lady, Ashley, takes wonderful photographs. Ashley is the photography. Wave Ashley. Black business, support her. She will take your photo. She will tell you what to do next. All right? Jermaine Hewell.
So the first one up is Abner LaRue. I'll do this with him.
And you just took the photo. And after, before you step down, each of the members will also receive a certificate. Founded in 1963, the Board of Directors hereby certifies that Abner LaRue, insert your own names, has been inducted into the 2021 class of the 100 Black Men of New York and is thereby entitled to all the rights and privileges of membership. Given on this 9th day of December 2021, signed by President Aldrin Ennis and attested to and certified by our treasurer, Fred Davis. Congratulations.
Alan Fletcher, next. Peter Thompson is sponsor. I guess he forgot. Alan Wright. Next, Bill Howell is his sponsor. one is Brandon Evan Edwards. Rob Brown is his sponsor. Not strong enough.
How many men does it take to open up a pen? I'm sorry, I had to do that. I had to. Thank you.
Obviously, Mary Nichols.
Basketball team.
Basketball team organization. Option number one.
Gary Smith. Out.
That's a pretty good camera there.
Dr. Jane Kelly.
Brian, is that a 13?
Dr. Kelly here. Dwayne Johnson. Tracy Belmont.
Emmanuel Casablanca. Sponsor is Jermaine Hugh.
Other side, other side, other side.
Eric Lyette. Dwayne is the sponsor, but I chose not Kim because they know each other since they're 13 years old.
Oh.
Frank Fraley? Frank Fraley here? Okay. Gary Smith? Phones? Okay. George Leonis? Leonis?
Leonis. Take off your mask, Chris. Push, push.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeff Welch?
Yes, yes.
Atlanta, so Joe Johnson. On to Michael Gardner, he's here, so Tracy Belmere.
Here's Rob Brown at. Same pen too.
Got one over here. Thank you. Jose Sanchez, Derek Barnes is sponsor. Derek Kennedy.
Hey, Derek.
Derek, come around the other side. Come around the side so they can reach it. That's it. Yes.
Smile.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Got it on the cord. All right, is that all right? Okay.
Paul Henderson here. Ron Scott. Michael Shoes, by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Tyrone Blackburn. Tyrone went with the no socks today.
Right.
Last but not least, Mr. William Williams. Duke Love.
Hey.
Please give a round of applause.
Class of 2021, you have been recognized and pinned, but we're not through yet. This is an organization, as you heard from Ruby, your word is your bond. So here's the chance that you get to give your word. Invite Justice Robert Reed, who is going to administer your pledge, and please take these words to heart.
So every year during the pinning ceremony, we are reminded of Black male excellence. But this is not an honor society. The hallmark of 100 Black men, and from the very beginning of the organization, commitment of its members to service to the community. To that end, the members are required to make this pledge to hold true to its words. So, each of you would raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. As a member of 100 Black Men of New York.
As a member of 100 Black Men of New York.
Pledge to honor and uphold.
Pledge to honor and uphold.
The standards of service.
The standards of service.
Leadership.
Leadership.
And solidarity.
And solidarity.
Set by our founders.
Set by our founders.
Furthermore. We pledge to uphold justice.
We pledge to uphold justice.
And to be pillars in our community.
To be pillars in our community.
To come to the aid of those who are in need.
To come to the aid of those who are in need.
To support our brothers.
To support our brothers.
Develop our children.
Develop our children.
And honor and respect our women.
And to honor and respect our women.
The sight of this community.
In the sight of this community.
We make this pledge.
We make this pledge.
On the 9th of December, 2021.
On the 9th of December, 2021.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Justice Reed. Gentlemen, you can sit down. We'll teach you the secret handshake and password. I want to recognize one of our past presidents, our immediate past president, Michael Garner, who joined us. Our board members recommit every year. So as the membership committee takes their seats, we're going to ask the members of the board to please come to the stage so that you can give your annual pledge. And for the new board members, this will be your first pledge. And for those who are repeating, your recommitment is valuable, and we thank you for making it. So all board members, please come to the stage now. And Judge Frank Perry, who's a board member himself, is going to pledge. Is that legal? Sure. Where's Fred? Sound like a conflict of interest. Good evening. To the new members, the gentlemen you see here tonight on the stage are your leaders. They have worked diligently behind the scenes, oftentimes in the late hours of the evenings, to ensure that this organization has survived. As many of you know, because you are involved in other organizations, being a leader is not easy. You are praised when things go well. You are vilified when things do just a little less than well. You are vilified more than you are praised. But if you hearken to the call that led you to be a leader, it doesn't matter, because you are leading those who need to be led for the fight that is ahead of you. You see before you the finest leaders in our community, from all walks of life, from all professions, who have decided and committed to this organization. So with that said, I ask our board of directors to please raise your right hand. As a board member of 100 Black Men of New York,
as a board member of 100 Black Men of New York,
I pledge to honor and hold the standards set forth by our founders. I pledge to support the bylaws of 100 Black Men.
I pledge to support the bylaws of 100 Black Men.
Uphold justice.
Uphold justice.
Be pillars in our community.
Be pillars in our community.
Come to the aid of those in need.
Come to the aid of those in need.
Support our brothers.
Support our brothers.
And honor and respect our women.
And honor and respect our women.
This pledge we make on this day.
This pledge we make on this day.
The 9th of December, 2021.
The 9th of December, 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, the board of directors. Congratulations to the new members and the board. Let's give them all a round of applause. We're going to move to some final comments from our president. This is really, truly a great night. But before we do that, I think we have some fun in store, Dina. You got some, you got some fun in store? So I'll tell you, this is how we're going to do this. We are going to have our president give his closing remarks. Then we're going to ask Commissioner Doris, are you still here? They can leave. Okay, so Commissioner James Hendon is here. Great. So could you stand, Commissioner Hendon, so we can recognize you? You leave also? No, James is right. Somebody tell James. James
He's right over there. He's in the hallway.
He's in the hallway. Someone asked him to come in here so we can recognize him. we just just want you to come right to the front. I'll take your picture, embarrass me a little bit, then you go back to that. No, you're unless you want to. Oh, go, they can't see.
Get on up here,
Come on, James.
Come on.
This is the Commissioner of Veteran Services, right?
Thank you. Commissioner of Veteran Affairs, thank you.
All right.
Wanted to make sure that we acknowledge you. So we're now going to move to the president's closing remarks. Then we'll have our closing prayer. But after the closing prayer, there'll be more food and drink, but you're gonna wait for the hostess with the mostest, because she's got some stuff for everybody to participate in and have a little bit of fun. So, Brother President, you're the closing remarks.
So we have all heard the charge, right? Board member and longtime member of this organization, Rudy Coombs, has laid it out. Your word is your bond. If you join a committee, stick with it. There will be days that will be hard, long, disagreements, but we have to work at this together, right? As individuals, we only go but so far, but as a collective, there's no telling what we can do. So that is the charge. Your word is your bond. I truly appreciate all those who left their homes today to come out and be a part of this evening's festivities, celebration. This is one of the first times that this is the first time that we've met as a group in close quarters. So thank you very much for coming out. I know it's cold out, but this is a monumental occasion, not only for this organization, but for this great city. So you all should give yourselves a round of applause. Don't be stingy with your applause. This is the moment of celebration, right? Under lockdown for almost 2 years. We are out, celebrate, right? And embrace these days that we are amongst each other's. Like I usually end our meetings, I usually say, love on your family, your friends, continue to wash your hands, be safe. I echo that this evening. Although we are gathered here, let's continue to be safe. This is not over. And I would be remiss if I did not thank our staff, right? The 100 Black Men staff. We are a volunteer organization, which means that the members, they have their traditional 9-to-5s, but they do this as their side hustle, right? So that side hustle is making sure that our Black communities, that there's equity in them. If there are opportunities that they know of, they share them so that we can then share it with our communities, so that we can all rise together. So to our staff, Courtney Bennett, our executive director. He has learned to do more with less. We're gonna keep on giving him less. Oh. Jokes. Our executive assistant, Dina Gardner. She continues to look at our stuff with an artistic eye. As you know, we are a man's organization, and men can only go but so far. And behind every strong man is a equally strong, if not stronger, woman. Yeah. So, Tina, thank you very much. New to our crew, Malone Brown Jr. Malone. So this young man, he's been charged with making our Junior 100 program that much better, enhancing it. We were given a charge by the mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, through his Young Men's Initiative, for us to mentor roughly 700 men. And Malone has been the champion behind that, making sure that we reach those goals. We will get there. So Mr. Malone Brown Jr. So clap it up for that. We have Nikki Amos, who has come back to our organization. For those of you who have been here for a number of years, you may remember her. She's come back to enhance our traditional Junior 100 program. I don't know if she is on Zoom or whatever, but I definitely want to acknowledge her for the work that she's done in being a champion of our organization. So Miss Nicole Amos. Then we have George Bellinger. George.
George.
George. George.
Where'd he go? Okay. Don't know where he went.
So since George does not want to grace us with his presence, he's out there fraternizing with some folks.
Shirley.
George works on our
tree project. Oh.
I was hoping to see him. But in any event, I'm sure he'll get the memo in the morning. George works on our outreach initiatives, all the community projects that we do, our tree initiative, our
census.
Our census. George is behind that. And all too often, we have people who work behind the scenes that normally don't get the accolades. So I definitely want to take this opportunity to make sure that George is recognized. So good to see George. He was the one that was helping you guys with your bow ties. So that's George Bellinger. And Shirley Smith. Oh, there she goes. So Shirley basically does a little bit of everything. So whatever she is asked to do, whether it's make calls to our members, whatever it is, Shirley is the jack of all trades. So Shirley, thank you very much for the assistance that you provide the office, making their days better. I know whenever I walk into the office, you always greet me with a smile. So thank you very much. And then there are countless other people who do come into our office to assist, whether they were scholarship recipients, have an affinity for the organization, even our members who come into the office to help out. It is all greatly appreciated. So with that, thank you all very much for joining us this evening. The evening is not yet over. There will be music. And a final reminder of our gala, which will take place in March 31st, the last day of March. It is also Women's History Month. We are also moving into a new venue, new chair. Jermaine Hill will be the chair for that. New chair, new swag. So it will be a celebration. It will be something that you will not want to miss. It will be at Jazz at Lincoln Center. So for those of you who have been there, you already know what it is. An amazing view. So I hope to see you all there. If you don't have that information, make sure you reach out to the office. Make sure you visit our website. Look for anyone who has one of these pins, and they will be able to give you that information. So thank you very much. Courtney has any closing remarks?
Can we hear it for our president? You know, he said, forward. Keanu Carmen, one of our scholarship recipients. You've seen Keanu, he's been helping out. And thank you. He had his own, I'm gonna talk right now. Keanu is an amazing young man. He came in as an intern. He's worked with us on a number of projects. We're so happy that we were able to give him a scholarship and an internship. And we look forward to the day we give him a pin. All right. Our new member class, get you started right. Eric Playette, can you come and render our closing prayer? And, but we don't want anybody to leave because Dina has stuff for everybody. So come on up. Eric and class of 2021 will have an orientation very soon. So we'll make sure we put those both tasks to work. Yes, and all members after Dina is done, don't leave because we're going to have a group photo up here at the front. So we're going to make sure that nobody gets away. All right, we'll figure out how to orchestrate that as Dina's going through this next part. Brother Playette's going to do the prayer, then we're going to have some fun. Excuse me. Brother Director, yeah. One quick question. When can we look for meeting in person in our general membership meeting? Our January meeting, we're planning to have that in person. Thank you. You're welcome.
On behalf of the class of 2021, I want to say thank you to our brothers for opening this pathway for us to come join you. It's an honor. We take it to heart. We heard the pledge. We'll work harder than any classes you've had before. All right. We plan to raise more money. All right.
I did not hear him.
Right, fellas? Yeah. Okay. So with that said, I'd like us to bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time of fellowship. We thank you for this time of brotherhood. We thank you for bringing us together so that this august body can work to the benefit of the community for which we work, people that we serve, the ones that need us the most. We thank you for each other. Father, we know without your direction, without your strength, we can do nothing. So we ask that you continue to guide each one of our steps, direct our voices, that they speak for the good of the community. And this we ask in Jesus' holy name, amen.
Amen. That was good, Eric.
All right, now for the moment none of you knew you were waiting for. So first I'm going to ask everyone, I know this is going to sound counterintuitive, but everybody go back to their seats for one moment. Let's make it quick. As quick as you do this, we can make this happen. So everyone, when they entered, got a raffle ticket. And if you have not already placed your raffle inside of the cup that is on the table, I would say please do so like yesterday. If you didn't get one, you didn't get one. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. Yes. So gentlemen, please take your seats for a moment. I'm going to say something real quick before I get to this. There is a, yes, you win a car. There's a saying that says, if I can help somebody as I pass along this way, if I can help someone with a word or a song, if I can help someone and tell them they are traveling wrong, then my living will not be in vain. And I want to say that the work of the 100 is definitely not in vain. Many of you may not really know the weight of what 100 does. On a daily basis, I get phone calls that none of you know about. The only person that knows about them are Courtney Bennett. When I get mothers calling me asking for mentorship, even for children as young as 3 years old. People who are asking for help for their young person who is either incarcerated wrongly. Some people actually end up getting emails from me. I just want you to know that if I do not know your name in 3 months, that means that you are not responding to my emails and you are not doing the work of committee work. And I want to see you, I want to know you, young and old. So now we're on to the raffle. So I'm going to ask one person from each table to stand. I don't care who it is, that one person is going to be the person for your table. One person, just one person. And please pick up the cup that has the tickets on that table. Everybody? Is that every table? I don't see a table back there. Who is that? One person. There you go. All right. So now I want you to take out just one ticket out of that cup. And you should be able to read the name of the person on that ticket. Just take out one and read the name of the ticket. Just one. Okay, so now for the fun. Now for the fun. Kwanzaa Claus has asked me to tell you that there are some of you who have been doing the work and some of you who haven't. Whoever that person is that got that ticket, I want you to open up the gift bag. And if your gift bag has a gold ball in it, I want you to come to the front. If you get a lump of coal, that means you need to try harder. There should be only 3 balls, 3 gold balls. If you get a gold ball, come on up. There's 3 of them. There you go. Come on up. Come on up. Yes. 1, 2. We got one more. Who's that last person? 1, 2. And who was the last person? So there's one more person I missed. Is there somebody who didn't open? There has to be one more. I know there are 3. I don't know. I'm sure. Is there one more? So if there's a table that's empty in the back, check it. That's on you. If you catch it, whoever gets that ball, just 3. Is there one more? Hey, come on up. Come on up.
All the time.
All right. Let me
Dina, we can't hear. We don't know what's going on. You got to tell everybody what you're doing.
Okay. All right. So now the prizes are, first prize is travel vouchers from United Airlines. If Bob wins again, I'll try and tell you. It's rigged. It's all rigged. Now with 45 cents. And the last 2 are just a simple bottle of wine. So that's the concession for the other two.
That is champagne.
Oh, champagne. I'm sorry, my bad. Champagne, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have Terrence to pick out the person who wins. The person who wins. This is only the person who called United Airlines ticket.
Hey, wait. There was some others.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. You didn't have a And the winner of the United Airlines tickets, no, it's not. It's Wilson.
Yeah.
Yay!
Tell them what it is. What's in the box?
The box? What?
What's in the box?
Courtney wants me to show you the wine bottle. Okay, so. Aren't we fancy? Mo, what you doing? Oh. There you go. And welcome.
Take your gold candy.
And take it, yeah. Please take your gold balls.
All right, let's get the picture organized. We may need the lights back on.
That was it. Hey. Okay, so that was it. Now I'm gonna ask for all members to come to the front so that we can take a group shot. And thank you so much. Yes, you can turn the lights up. Thank everyone for coming. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you at the gala.
People up here.
Yes.
Class of 2021, after we take the group shot with all the members, we're going to take a 2021 picture. So please don't.
They be watching on. No, they're right. They can still see it on the phone. Yes, and that's fine.
You're gonna suggest making some chairs? Maybe they should have some chairs.
They're moving around.
Oh, good. See, we take some jobs.
Come on, get over here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Tremaine.
How many chairs you want? Where we going?
Okay.
We're gonna push it back. Move this chair.
We just watch out for the.
No, we're just gonna push it back to the stage.
Okay. Go that way.
Go ahead, Trey.
That way though. Watch out. There you go. There you go. That right there.
In the middle.
So do we have enough chairs?
You know, that's a rough.
And you can have this snap up.
Benny, Tracy. Benny, Tracy.
Zeno, just take a piece, stay there. Courtney,
Is it too wide?
take a piece, stay here. Oh, you heard?
Pull it back. Pull it back.
Let me see.
Is that good?
God.
Oh, okay.
All right, wait, it's me.
What?
Unless you want to get with you. Thank you. You're the best. All right, let me move that.
Okay.
Oh.
Like the flash on? I got you. I got you. Okay, now I need two more. Is it this table?
Yeah, perfect. Are we all? Dino, are we all? Are we all taking masks off?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the back, you taking masks off?
It's on free,
sir.
Yes.
Take your mask off.
Hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Hold your breath. Don't breathe on nobody. If you can't see me, I can't see you.
Okay.
There you go.
That's a good one. That's awesome.
Which one?
Man in the back.
A whole lot of man.
The man in the back.
The man.
Good job. Good job.
Yes.
All right, boom.
Wait a minute, let's do it again. Because I saw some people, wait. I saw some people who were grimacing. I don't know what that was about. All right? Let's smile. Smile. Yes. I'm going to check you. Go ahead. Right. Give me some smiles. Yes. Yes. Right here. Right there. Right there. Smile. I don't know your name yet. Yes.
This is peaceful moment. You're going to look at me, okay? Don't sit in part of my mouth.
Yes.
All right?
Smile.
Are they smiling? They're not smiling?
I think you're new. I don't know your name yet. Smile a little. There you go. There it is. Okay. Ah! Right.
All right, let's go. Are we ready?
I'm cutting off their legs. Yeah. I'll cut that off.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to start now. Dina?
Yep. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. In the way.
This is awesome stuff. Oh, Lord. How you doing?
I'm going to take two more.
That was like 3
Oh my God, you guys are so gorgeous. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Zena?
Yes.
I want to say thank you again. I'm Todd for helping me navigate my Thank you so much. I had a great time.
I'm
Thanks
glad.
for helping me clear the way.
Todd from Washington, the Washington 100. Yes. True. No,